I love the quote by John Lasseter: it's the art challenges the technology, and the technology inspires the art." And I think that is, especially in visual effects, animation, and games, I think that is absolutely true. Because at the end of the day, the new technology allows us to create things that we were not able to do. And a lot of times we create shaders and new technology because there is art that wants to express, and then but we don't have anything to do. Like Avatar: The Way of Water is an example for the technology was not there, so James Cameron was waiting until the technology was there to show the water and so on. So but he was pushing at the same time the technology, and at the same time the art pushed the technology, and the technology created new art. So this is my favorite thing. There was a project I had at the Film Academy, was my favorite project in terms of this situation. It's called Anyman, and basically the project was about it was the Muybridge. So Muybridge is this photographer. He was the first person who recorded a video. So basically he put a lot of cameras next to each other, and maybe you saw this horse that was like riding, and you see that like on a side, and it's a very famous video picture slideshow. And so he basically created the first moving picture. And the two creators I was working with, they wanted to create something like that, but flip the coin and basically have a human move as an animal. So we had like a human fly as a bird, a human run as a dog, fall as a cat, basically. And it was so challenging because at the end of the day, if a human runs as a dog, there is a physical thing that are not the same. We have not the same body, not the same muscle, and so on. And so there was always this fight between uncanny valley, So it looks weird and abstract. And so what we did is we literally put like 16, 17 GoPros in a room. And then we just put markers on a cat, on a dog, and on a bird, and we just let them run through that. And we actually put the cat and we upside down, and we let it spin so it will like fall on its paws. And we recorded that because we wanted to, and we used this motion capture data on the human. So we scanned the human, photogrammetry, and then basically applied that. So basically, the scanned human, which looked relatively real, was running like a cat, flying like a bird, and it didn't work. It just didn't work because the thing was. Like, yes, we got the information, we got the scan, it was relatively realistic, we got the movements, which was also relatively realistic, but when we combined that, it looked awkward. And we had literally to make the decision: either we change the movement so it looks okayer but looks less like birdie and so on, or we change and we keep it and it looks like uncanny and weird. And we kept it at the end mostly real as we got it. But at the end of the day, the making of actually is better than the movie itself. So the movie is nice, but if you saw it, you would not, like, your mind will not be blown like Avatar, for example, where you're like, wow, this is amazing. It's just like, it just looks like a project that is like not finished at the end, basically, because it looks still weird. But if you see the making of, and you see how we record a bird flying through that, with all the cameras around it, how we scanned a person with like an X of cameras on rails around that, it just looks amazing. So it became like the making of, the whole procedure became the movie for me at the end of the day. So it was not the movie. And so that was where it was clashing and it didn't work. But for me personally, and I think because it was also like a Film Academy project, it was the perfect mix. Because I really learned all the things from there. I learned how to learn. I learned how to challenge myself, and I also learned that it fails sometimes. And at the end of the day, that's the point of something like a school or a film academy or something like that, is to learn, not to succeed.